Hello? Hey, this is Ryan, and this is the local flavor segment. Goodbye.
I fell and lost to the war. Shot me dead. I was lost and sad to the voices in my head. I gotta get up again.
We are back on the 540 show, and this is the local flavor segment. I am in studio with Thomas, and we also have a special guest in studio. Danny Benedetto, professional MMA fighter, is here to talk with us.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, Danny? How you doing, man?
Doing all right. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing fantastic,
Sounds
brother.
like he's feeling good. You shot out of a cannon
I'm
over there.
feeling great, man.
You shot out of a cannon over there.
You know, I do what I can. Kill the music.
Yep, but we got an interview from my man Danny. He's got an upcoming fight. Why don't you tell us about the fight you got coming up?
My upcoming fight is in Maryland for Shogun Fights. It's April 8th. It'll be my third pro fight. I'm already 2-0 as a pro, so I'm looking to stay undefeated and go 3-0.
Awesome, man.
There you go. And you definitely have the backing of the 540 show in that one.
That's right. Anything Danny needs to get the W, we gonna get that W. Hey, who we fighting this on April 8th?
Yeah, let me hear about this guy.
I couldn't honestly tell you this guy's name at all.
Irrelevant.
I don't remember it. They told me once. I never paid attention to it.
Just all right. Not
I like
irrelevant.
that.
It's
I
very
like that.
relevant because that's gonna be the fight.
Yeah,
we
I like
having.
that style right there.
That's right. But we gonna find out the exact name. I'm gonna tag it on the Facebook for everybody, just so y'all know exactly where you can find him. If y'all got anything to inquire about, see what that man's up to. Ryan, you got any questions right off the gate for Danny?
Yeah. So how'd you get into MMA in the Fredericksburg area? Like, what's the avenue you had to take there?
I really didn't get into MMA in Fredericksburg. I got into MMA when I was up in college in Harrisonburg. I was getting a lot of fights, getting in a lot of trouble up there. And,
Yeah.
I had a buddy that was training at the MMA Institute, and he told me to come check it out one day. And I went in there, and I just had such a good time. I fell in love. And a couple months after training, they got me my first fight. I beat that dude in 20 seconds.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
got me another fight. I beat that dude in like 20 seconds, and I hadn't stopped since. I've been into it.
Have you had anything go past the first round yet?
Yeah, I've had a couple fights go past the first round. Lately, that's how I've been winning. I've been taking guys into the deep water and just grinding out the W's.
When you breathe, what's it called? Endurance, not endurance.
Cardio.
Their
Yeah.
cardio isn't up. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, pushing the
Come on.
cardio.
The cardio, I mean, if anybody's ever been in a fight, and you tired in the first 20 seconds. I wear myself out in the first 20
Well,
seconds.
Danny could
That's what I'm
probably,
saying. So it's tough. I can only imagine having to go, 3-4 rounds. You got to have to be in hella shape to do some stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's good. So what would you say your style is? What do you like to do in the cage? Would you have one style, or do you vary in that direction?
I prefer to take it to the ground. I prefer to be on top, but
Yeah.
I feel like I can hang wherever the fight goes. Like I got pretty good stand up, pretty good ground game, pretty good clinch game. So wherever the fight goes, I adapt and I react to my opponent. But if we're doing it my way, I'm handling it the best way I can. I'm taking you down. I'm getting on top, and I'm ground and pounding.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So that sounds like that's what your game plan is for this upcoming fight.
Actually, for this fight, my coach actually wants me to stand up with this guy. He wants me to really show guys that I have hands. We've been working on my boxing a lot lately for like the past few months.
Awesome.
For years, we've been working on my boxing, and I just like to go to the ground, so I've never showcased my boxing. So he wants guys to see my hands this time.
So this is all film, and they don't even know what they're looking out for yet.
Basically,
You haven't even shown them
Yeah.
yet. That's pretty cool, man. Well, tell me, what is your training schedule like? Like, on your average, I guess the month, 2 month leading up to the fight. Like, walk me through your training schedule a little bit.
Usually I'm trying to train 2-3 times a day, and I use my friends as an excuse to get in there. So I'd be like, yo, you want to hit the gym around 2 o'clock? So I'll get in there one time with them, and then I have practice every day because I coach kids class from 5 to 6, and then I train myself from around 6 to 8. So I'll be working with my coach, my teammates, Rocky, and then after that I'll usually hit somebody else up and be like, yo, you want to hit the gym, get some lifting in? So I'm always trying to lift, cardio, and lift because I got to maintain power and, of course, cardio. That's the only thing you really can control going into the fight is your cardio.
Awesome. So obviously, are you a fan of UFC?
Of course.
Who are your favorite fighters right now in the UFC?
Right now, I'm a big fan of Matt Brown, the immortal Matt Brown. I just like his style and the way you really can't ever count him out.
Uh-huh.
Big fan of Johnny Hendricks.
Okay.
Big fan of Ronda Rousey, even though she hasn't been fighting well lately.
You think she's gonna fight again?
Yeah, of course. I think she's gonna fight again. Hopefully, she fights like she should, and
Yeah.
sticks to her grab.
Because I heard rumors and stuff that she might never fight again. I didn't look too much into it, but I really hope she fights again. Because when she was on top of the game, there was nobody. It was electric to watch her go out there, man. She was pummeling people.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I think she's still the best. The only thing, them 2 L's back to back just shook her confidence. She
Yeah.
hasn't really lost like that before in her whole life.
That's what they were saying. Yeah, she's never taken. I mean, her whole life,
Yeah,
she's always been
never
better
lost,
than everybody
yeah.
else.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
It shook her up a little bit.
different.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
Well, I have a because I've never had to do this. I've never wrestled, never done any type of combat,
Fighting.
anything
Yeah.
competitive combats. How much do you have to cut from your walking around weight to your fight weight? And does that cut affect your cardio? Does it affect your power at all? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Me personally, I only like to cut like 10 to 15 pounds, but there's other guys that's cutting like 20, 30 pounds. Like
Jeez.
my teammate Rocky, he cuts like 20 pounds for his fights. And yeah, there is a certain point. It's called diminishing returns. There's a certain point where
Diminishing returns.
once you cut too far, you won't get that power you had back because you just cut too much away. So I only try to cut like 10 pounds, and it's usually just water weight. So as soon as I get off the scale, I get water back in me. I'm good. I'm pumped right back up.
Huh.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Yeah, I've
pretty-
always wondered how
wow.
that works because you hear
Insane.
guys cutting 20, 30 pounds. I'm like, geez, that's tough.
Because you're thinking that's gotta, that extra 30 pounds on you has gotta,
Do something.
have
yeah.
some power behind it as well. I mean,
It doesn't go unnoticed, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's good. That's good. So tell everybody one more time when that fight is coming up.
That fight is April 8th, and it is in Maryland for Shogun Fights.
and can Maryland for Shogun Fights?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shogun Fights is the promotion.
Okay,
Awesome.
awesome. And we got to get an address for people, or do they have to wait for the address
I
of
can,
where they can go to?
I can pull that address up for you real quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
awesome. We can also get it on the Twitter, the Facebook. We can post it on the video and all that good stuff too. So you'll be able to find everything there.
Absolutely. Now, what would you say would be the best place to get tickets? So we're gonna have tickets. I'm getting tickets. I'm getting like 4, 5 of them things.
We're
But
gonna get a bunch of tickets.
where can the general public either hit you up, or are they authorized to get some through us if they hit us up for them, which we can always just
Oh
holler
yeah,
right at you.
definitely. If you guys want to get some from the 540 show, that's always a great thing to do. And,
Absolutely.
you can always hit me up personally. I'll always have some tickets for y'all. And I'm gonna try to have a few other places y'all can get tickets, but right now, yeah, it's just the 540 show and me.
Awesome.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, that works.
So we'll get a way that doesn't require giving your phone number out to everybody.
yeah, you don't want to do that. We'll
You
get
guys
his,
hit us on Facebook.com/540
Yeah.
show.
and we'll put his social media stuff up there too, so you can find him on social media, follow him, and see what he's up to before his fight.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, that was a great interview. Thank you, man, for being up
thanks
here
for
telling
coming.
me about that. Yeah, the address.
Okay. Yeah, and I got that address is the Royal Farms Arena in downtown Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah, that's right
Dope.
by Towson, I'm pretty sure, Towson University. So that's
Man, you
Yeah.
know your way around there.
I know
Mental
right
map.
out there.
yeah, I know. Where
That's the
at.
mental map, man. I was never lost with him in the passenger seat, by the
Yeah,
way.
I know where
ever.
That's a nice.
Not once.
That's a real nice arena too. That's relatively new. That's a really nice arena.
Cool,
Damn,
man.
I've never even been there.
Yeah, that's a really nice arena.
Well, man, I'd be honored if you'd be willing to sit down on the rest of this segment with us and just shoot the talk with us. Is that
Yeah.
cool with you? You got
For
anything
Sure, man,
Yeah.
for sure.
too pressing? All right, dope, man.
Yeah, so with the local flavor segment, the staple of the local flavor segment, as y'all know, is the spot of the week. You got some sound effects for me over there? There we go.
One time on
this week's spot of the week is University of Mary Washington, right downtown in Fredericksburg.
All right, nice.
It is a public institution.
How do you get into Mary Washington? Is it exclusive?
No, it's public. You can get in. You have to apply like any other college, and then you get in. It's in Fredericksburg, Virginia. It's got 176 acres. They're a navy and blue school. They're NCAA Division III athletics though. They're the Eagles, and they are right downtown Fredericksburg. I recommend the school. It's a liberal arts school. They got a lot of good stuff going on over there. My girlfriend attends the school. She says all the professors are great, and it's nice to have a college right in the hometown.
And liberal arts schools too, they kind of focus on a little bit different thing than others. Like they really focus on like the personal growth of a person. Like I
Yeah.
went to Bridgewater and it was a liberal arts school, and part of the curriculum was you had to attend, I think it was like 8 seminars in one semester. So you could probably every other weekend you had to go to a seminar, but they made you sit down, listen to whoever the speaker was. There was all kinds of different speakers. One guy, who was in Iraq who came back who just had a story to tell. Another guy who was for legalizing marijuana. So it's all kinds of different subjects and topics. So it's definitely interesting. But liberal arts I've definitely had a little bit of an appreciation for that.
Yeah, I remember Mary Wash was at one point an all-girls school. This was way...
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then it was a college at one point. And then I remember when it flipped to a university and they started building.
What's the difference between college and university? It was just a...
I have no idea.
Because there's the University of Maryland University College.
Yeah.
And that's one school, by the way.
Yeah,
That's one school.
I don't know, but I just remember it being a big deal when it went from Mary Washington College to University of Mary Washington. They made it a big deal, so it must be a big jump. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's number of students or what. You know what? I'm gonna look that up. By next show, I will have that answer for everybody out there.
That's right. Now, I got something. This troubled me, man. This bothered me.
Yeah, this
I didn't
bothered
like
me
this.
too.
I know you know about this too. There is some creep, some jerks. I got a lot of words for this guy, but he was messing around down here in Fredericksburg, and he showed up at the Cap Ale and doing something that we don't know exactly. But the man's caught
Sexual
on
assault.
Yeah, sexual assault. Caught on camera running through the backside of Cap Ale.
So look, if you go on Fredericksburg.com, you can find pictures, or if you go on the Fredericksburg Police Twitter, we're trying to find this guy. We need to find this guy, and he needs to get what he deserves for this one.
Yeah, if he's here in the area, he needs to get caught.
The downtown bar scene is good in Fredericksburg, in my opinion, and we can't mess that up with sexual assaults and stuff like that. So if you got any information, please let the authorities know.
Do you have any specific feelings on that, man? Because I know that you have a general, you work down, in this area, you protect stuff like that, So what do you feel when you hear about stupidness like that?
Blood boil, man. I hate that because we all got a mom. I'm sure a lot
Of
of us
course.
got a sister. Most of us has girlfriends. You want your girl to be able to go out safe. You want your mom to go out safe. You don't want to have to. And I always got to worry about pressing things like I always worry about is she gonna be safe? Who's gonna be with her? Who you going with? Call me when you get there. And we shouldn't have to live like that.
Yeah, when you hear stories like that, it doesn't make it easier at all.
Yeah.
So
Especially when it's so close to home.
Fredericksburg doesn't need that name, so we need to go ahead and catch this guy and show that we can handle the situation. We're going to take care of this.
Yeah.
So if you got any information, please go to the authorities and let them know. His picture's all over the internet.
Yep.
You can get on there and see him.
Screenshot that. Make that viral. Get that man out of here. We don't need none of that.
Yep. But Danny, thanks for being in studio with us.
Not a problem, man.
That was the local flavor segment. We will put all the information up about his upcoming fight, so you'll know where to get that and get tickets and all that good stuff. And coming up, we have the What You Don't Know Outside the 540 show, where we have some interesting stories.
We're going to be talking about some new movies that got a little touchy subjects going on. The Oscars, some things got jayed up, some things went right. But we're going to talk about all of that when we come right back.